So with that, I'd like to hand over to my friend and colleague, Dr. Parikshit Gogate, for the next presenter. And Parikshit,
Uh,
there's a request for you to also introduce the discussants along with
yeah.
your introduction. Thank you.
Uh, Thank you, Dr. Somashila. Our next presenter is Dr. Prasad Vaimbe, pediatric ophthalmologist from Pune, who will be speaking on a case of ectopia lentis. And for the discussants, we have two stalwarts, Professor Namrata Sharma and Dr. Virendra Sangwan, sir. I would request Dr. Prasad to start sharing his slide. Dr. Prasad is a senior in BJ Medical College, and he has done his long-term fellowship in the Arvind Eye Hospital, Madurai. He was also one of the starters when AIDS had come. He has started an NGO for HIV people, and he also does a lot of rural work and community work. So over to you, Dr. Prasad.
Very good evening, respected chairpersons, moderators, case presenters, and learned viewers. Is my video visible?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I am presenting a short video case of one of my surgeries in pediatric ectopia lentis cataract in a 13-year-old boy. Now, it was done almost 18 years back. What I would like to share with you all, what went wrong, how I managed this case, what was the reasons for, although brief, but unhappiness in patient as well as myself, what lessons I have learned, and what tips I would like to give so as to avoid such situations. Now, this is a 13-year-old boy from rural Maharashtra with bilateral ectopia lentis cataract. He presented with gradual diminution of vision over 4 to 5 years. The right eye was operated elsewhere. It had aphakia, postoperative complications, old untreated RD, and it was in pre-thysical condition. IOP was unrecordably low. This is the left eye, which it had ectopia lentis cataract. Corrected vision was 2/60 and 36 with oblique astigmatism, high myopic astigmatism. Intraocular pressure was 18 millimeters of mercury. Visible fundus through dilated pupils with indirect was grossly normal. Systemic workup by pediatrician was normal. There was no Marfan's, homocystinuria, or any other systemic condition. I was called upon to do this surgery by a respected and a senior ophthalmologist from this small town of rural Maharashtra. So let us start with the case. So now what went wrong and how I managed the case? Now some of you might agree with me that there are some OT days which are not yours. Everything goes against you. And the key is how you keep your calm and manage the case with your skill and experience. And that day was like this. The patient was intubated and I already started the surgery. Huge voltage fluctuations and load shedding was a norm in those days in rural Maharashtra. There was a huge voltage surge. In spite of having protective stabilizers attached to phaco as well as microscope, it just conked off. Phaco and attached vitrectomy couldn't be started in spite of brief efforts by the local rural technician. Now, calling a phaco engineer from city was just out of question. And we didn't have the luxury of standby machines. Microscope bulb was fused, but fortunately there was a spare bulb. Now, in panic, the assistant dropped the Rexis forceps from the trolley. And the running nurse dropped the only CTR which was available on the floor. And so the running nurse was trying to open it in haste and it dropped down. So I was left with an intubated one-eyed child, surgery in midway, a working microscope, basic cataract set, and a lot of anxious and panic faces around me in the OT. So let us see and how I tried to manage and do my best to salvage the situation. I tried to use the polypropylene haptic of the 3-piece IOL as a CTR and try to, salvage the situation. And since it was less than 5 clock hours of subluxation, so CON ring was not there and only CTR was dropped down. This was a hydrophobic acrylic lens. I tried to use the haptic as a CTR. This is the edited video, but I took almost an hour to do the surgery that time. Postoperatively, for almost 1 week, patient had high IOP, epithelial corneal edema, fibrin membrane, and anti-uveitis. Fortunately, it was managed conservatively with anti-glaucoma medications, cycloplegics, and steroids. The reason for unhappy patient was red eye pain, and poor vision for a couple of weeks, but fortunately was resolved in 2 weeks of time. And on top of it, the surgeon, the respected surgeon told the patient that a big doctor from Pune is going to come, you'll get a good vision. So I had to convince the child that yes, it will take some time. Now this patient is almost 31 years old. Now his vision is around 6.9 partial N6 with a minus 2.25 diopter at 50 degrees. There is no peripheral retinal degeneration. His two sons are also my patient. They don't have ectopia lentis, meaning that it was a simple case of simple ectopia lentis and not a systemic association. So retrospectively, when I think, I could have prevented this if I could have carried my own specific equipments like forceps, CTR with me. And the lessons I learned from the day are, no matter how big and respected center you are visiting for surgery, always carry your specific equipments and standby lenses with you. It has saved my day 3 times in the last 18 years after that. Whatever grim and dark situation you are facing, believe in yourself, keep your cool, trust your instincts and experience, and also always do your best. And also, however proficient you are in phaco, sometimes SIS always saves you. Thanks a lot for your kind attention.
I would request Professor Virendra Sangwan sir to give his comments.
I think the context what he described is in which he has performed is just brilliant, and there's not much to add because of his brilliant skill set and I think mental balance. He could get the outcome which is exceptional in a given situation and circumstances that he was present. So I really don't have anything else to add, except that what he said, the tips, I think they are very helpful for people who visit different centers or different locations to carry some of the key things with yourself. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Professor Namrata, ma'am.
I think it was a great surgery considering that it was done, almost 18 years back, and the patient is still 6'6", N6, and 6'9", N6, and doesn't have any problem and is still going along. I did see that there was ectopia lentis there. The only thing is that probably, from what I could gather, the haptic, the 3-piece lens that you have used, the haptic of that lens has acted like a I shouldn't say like a CTR, but that has helped to, expand the bag. But in all such situations, even if you use a CTR with that kind of ectopia lentis, you would probably need to suture the bag to stabilize the bag. But so far, so good. The patient is doing well. And I think it was a great, clever thing to do that, you did SICS instead of trying to venture into phaco or thinking that we'll do it at a later date.
Yeah.
Very nice, very nice.
I think this presentation was more of an unhappy surgeon and unhappy patient in the initial phase of the surgery. And afterwards, it's a happy ending. Both the surgeon and the patient both are happy. Right, Prasad?
Yeah, but I was still not happy. I could have prevented that if I could have carried. But after that, in fact, I have carried all the equipments I used to carry, wherever I am visiting. And it has saved me my day 3 times after that.
So this presentation shows to the audience that you should not lose your cool, and you should be prepared with an alternative plan whenever you have such hazards occurring in between the surgeries.
And perhaps instead of the surgeon traveling to a remote place, the patient from the remote place should travel to the surgeon where
Yes,
the
yes.
surgeon is most comfortable and has all the equipments available. Because
Yeah, but there are some different sets of problems in rural thing, because many of them are, the wards of daily wage laborers. They can't afford to come to the city. So the problems in city are different from problems in the rural area. So many of them, otherwise they don't come.
True. No,
Just-
having
just
done
to
a
add
clean
to the
case
points,
definitely helps.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, without doubt.
Very nice surgery, Dr. Prasad.
Thank you, sir.
I think.
I think we can move on to the next
Yeah,
presenter. Thank you,
Yeah.
Dr. Prasad. Dr. Prasad is also a prolific teacher for undergraduates and postgraduates, which he does in spite of his busy private practice.
Thank you, Parikshit, for the kind words.
Yeah.